I'm starting to get dizzy. When is this ship's captain going to come out, anyway?
Blanche, I'm sure he'll be here in just a few minutes, but hey, look, why don't you go up on deck? Get some fresh air, you're gonna feel much better.
Okay, Herbie, good idea, but be sure to call me when the ship's captain comes out.
Hello, folks. My name is Captain Siegfried, and I will be performing the wedding ceremony today. Most people call me Captain Siggy, so feel free to call me that.
Captain Siggy, would you by chance be of the Catholic faith?
I am of no faith, sir, but I can assure you that I'm qualified to marry your daughter and future son-in-law, and that you can have the faith. And what is your name, sir?
Eduardo Perez.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Eduardo. Does anyone else have any questions before we begin?
Yes, Captain Siggy. How many wedding ceremonies have you performed?
I don't keep a log of all the marriages I have performed. Suffice to say is it's many. Sometimes too many. And whom do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I'm Blanche Cohen. I'm the mother of the groom.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Blanche. If there are no more questions, I would like to begin with the ceremony.
Captain Siggy, will there be a wine glass wrapped in a napkin so my son can crush it under his foot before he gets married? It's a Jewish tradition.
I appreciate your concern, Blanche. But this is a non-denominational wedding, and thus must be conducted without any religious traditions. This was explained to your children beforehand and was agreed upon.
That's correct, Mom.
Now, without further ado, I would like to begin with the wedding ceremony. May I have the groom on the right, and the bride on the left, and can the parents of the bride stand behind her, and the parents of the groom stand behind him. Thus you each have the wedding ring you will give to each other.
Yes, yes.
Yes, we do.
Good.
Oh, here it is. Yes, we do.
We are gathered here today to bear witness to the marriage of Carmen Perez to Freddy Samuel Cohen. Should anyone object to this holy union, speak now.
I object, Your Honor! I object! Carmen, I have always loved you. I beg of you, give me a second chance. I know we can be happy together.
You have got to be kidding me, sir?
No, I'm dead serious. Carmen is the love of my life.
Say there, aren't you Pedro, the guy that works with Eduardo?
No, he's my brother.
I swear, you look exactly like me.
Well, you know what they say about us Latinos. We all look alike.
And what is your name, young man?
I'm Luis Santiago.
Mr. Santiago, wouldn't it have made more sense to declare your love for Carmen before she became engaged to young Freddy?
Well, I'm a man with much machismo, if you know what I mean. Us kind of guys, we don't normally express our feelings.
So, Eduardo, did you put Louise up to this to sabotage the wedding?
I beg your pardon. How dare you insinuate I would do such a thing?
Louise, how could you do this to me?
Can't you see you're not wanted here?
Oh yeah? Says who?
All right, I have heard enough. There will be no fisticuffs on board this ship. You folks need to work things out. Carmen, I recommend that you have a talk with Mr. Santiago and get some closure. In the meantime, I need that link. I will be back in an hour, and hopefully they can finish this wedding.
Freddie, I need to talk to Louise alone.
I'll be nearby in case you need me.
I'll be fine. Louise, how can you do this to me?
Because I love you, Carmen. I have always loved you.
I did love you at one time, Freddie. One time, Louise, but now I love Freddie, and he's the man I'm going to marry.
I know you loved me at one time, and if you give me a second chance, I'm sure you could love me again.
Louise, a part of me still loves you. What we once had was beautiful, but that was many years ago when I was very young. We can't go back to the past anymore.
If what we had was beautiful, why can't we go back and recreate that?
We also fought a lot. I just wasn't happy with you, Louise. Freddie makes me happy. He's my soulmate, the one I was intended to be with. Do you understand that?
I do, and I want you to be happy. I just wanted to be the guy who could make you happy.
I know. Falling in love is so difficult. It confuses the mind, and we can't think straight when it takes hold of us.
I know. I haven't been able to think straight for a long time.
You're a handsome man with a good heart. I know one day you will find the woman who's right for you.
I hope so.
One must always have hope.
Then I hope you have a lot of happiness. Thanks for talking to me. So, can I stay for the wedding?
Of course, as long as you don't voice any more objections.
While Carmen and Luis are working things out, the rest of their family is working out their own squabbles. Let's pick up on the action.
So, Eduardo, tell me this. Exactly how did Louise know the exact location of the wedding?
I have no idea.
Or was that so? He just wandered into New York and stumbled aboard a ship that just happened to be holding a wedding that was not open to the public.
Am I responsible for my friend's brother?
Actually, you are, Eduardo.
Why do you say that, mi hermana?
Because, mi hermano, you told Pedro you invited him to the wedding without permission and then told him all the details.
Oops. But I only invited Pedro, not Luis.
Pedro told you his brother still had a soft spot for Carmen. Did you think he would keep it a secret?
Ay caramba, I suppose I have opened up a can of worms.
Yes, and now you need to take the worm off the ship.
I resent your characterization of Luis. I'll have you know he's a respected member of our community.
But Eduardo, you will have to admit, he has disrupted this community and interfered with the marriage of our children.
But Herbert, it's only a temporary disruption. I can assure you, when Carmen is done talking to Luis, he will be eating out of her hand.
And so would that be the wedding cake you'll be eating, Eduardo?
Very funny, Blanche.
Mom, can you imagine if Rebecca Gold came on board and professed her love for me?
Oh, I would jump up and down and sing hallelujah!
Why would you do that?
Well, I always thought you should have married her in the first place. I mean, she's Jewish. And she has a respectable job.
Well, then my daughter should marry Luis because he is Spanish and has a respectable job with the city.
Well, then we should let the ship captain know about the change of plans.
Blanche, are you crazy?
I object to that characterization. I'll have you know I'm of sound mind and body.
That's debatable.
Let me see if I understand you correctly. Are you saying that my Carmen should not marry Freddy today, but should marry her old boyfriend Luis?
Eduardo, I don't think even she knows what she's talking about.
Don't speak for me, Herb.
Yes, dear.
What's going on here? Are you guys fighting?
Let's say we are having a heated discussion, which is becoming more caliente by the minute.
What are you guys discussing?
Whether you should marry Louise, and whether Freddie should ask Rebecca Gold for her hand in marriage.
Well, let me set the record straight, Daddy. I will not be marrying Louise, and Freddie will not be asking for the hand of Miss Gold. Freddie and I will be married today, and that's my final answer.
Aren't you forgetting something, Carmen?
Oh, I'm allowing Louise to stay on board and bear witness to our marriage.
Is he going to be the best man?
Maybe you could call me the best Latino.
Louise, are you happy for my Carmen today?
As happy as any man could be.
Welcome aboard, Louise.
So, have you folks worked out your issues?
We have, Captain Siegfried.
Good. And who will you be marrying today?
My fiancé, Freddie, and Louise will bear witness to our marriage.
Wonderful news. If you have everybody in their places, please.
Captain Siggy, I wasn't assigned a place to stand.
You can stand next to me, Louise. And no more objections, young man.
No, sir.
And if there is anyone else who opposes this marriage, please vacate the ship immediately. Or risk going to jail. And you will not pass go, nor will you collect your $200.
Okay, Siggy, we get it. You want to marry the kids before I confiscate your bottle?
Could you have a little more respect?
I will be the perfect lady.
And I will be a perfect gentleman, un caballero.
Eduardo, I don't think Herb was referring to you.
Then, if there are no more comments, we can proceed with the ceremony. We are gathered here today to witness the coming together of two people, Carmen and Freddie, whose hearts and spirits are bound with bond. They now desire to profess to their immediate families, then friend, their intentions henceforth to walk the road of life together. Freddie and Carmen have fashioned their own wedding vows. Carmen, you may start first.
Freddie, take this ring. Wear it with love and joy. I choose you to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for richer or poor, in sickness and health, for better or worse, to love and cherish as long as we both shall live.
I, Freddie, take you, Carmen, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better or worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness or health, to love and to cherish until death do us part. I give you this ring to wear with love and joy for the rest of our lives.
Then, if the powers invested in me by the state of my intoxication. Just kidding, folks. Let me rephrase that. By the powers invested in me as the captain of this vessel, I now pronounce you man and wife. Freddie, you may kiss the bride.
Captain Siegfried, I'd like to thank you for performing the ceremony and for putting up with all of this foolishness.
Mr. Cohen, it was my pleasure to marry your children. But off the record, how does you put up with lunch?
A lot of patience. And the very careful use when necessary of 2 words. Yes, dear.
Mm-hmm. Now I know why I've been a bachelor all my life. If you will excuse me, I need to make an announcement. Folks, we want to say your goodbyes to the newlyweds, as the ship will be boarding with passengers shortly.
I can't believe we finally did it. What a long journey and so many obstacles.
I always had faith things would work out.
I, on the other hand, wasn't so sure. Remember when I wanted to buy a 16-foot ladder and elope to Las Vegas?
I do. I thought you were 2 bagels short of a dozen.
Then later you thought I was 4 bagels short. I feel sorry for the playwright. I mean, it took him such a long time to figure out a solution to our dilemma. In the first play, he had no idea how we were going to get married. Then in the second play, he figured it out, but he ran out of time. And then in the third play, there was...
Freddie, what are you talking about? I changed my mind. You're not 4 bagels short of a dozen. You're 6 bagels short.
And would those missing bagels be onion or pumpernickel?
More like plain. Plain crazy.
Yeah, I think you too.
That's so